Yes, everybody. Welcome back in the building. It's been a long while since we did a live game watch along. Obviously, Liverpool aren't involved in this Club World Cup. I gotta be honest, the only other game I watched at this Club World Cup was the one that we watched together. Remember the Real Madrid one? So I'm real curious to see now. Obviously, it's the knockout stages. This one also extra exciting for us, for those of us that look up to Lionel Messi. For me, he's the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. I'm curious to see what type of shape he's in, how he does with this Inter Miami team that play in a division that's obviously not at the quality of a PSG who have just won the Champions League. So I think it's a curious game in on several levels, and then obviously Vitinha is back in the team for PSG. He's a big difference maker. He's been unbelievable this season for them. But yeah, you guys, how are you feeling? How's everybody in the building? I hope you guys have had a beautiful weekend. So hot where I am, where like there's nothing you can do. I don't have air conditioning, but bro, it's so hot here that I just sweat through the nights. But I'm not complaining. I ain't complaining. Yo, what's up? Dean Bean, nice to see you in the building. I see Ellis is in the building. Ultimate Football, nice to see you too, says Leo. I hope Miami wins this. What's your prediction? Um, my prediction is I don't see how PSG don't really defeat this Inter Miami side. Why? Because from what I've seen, Inter Miami aren't really the type of side that just sit back and then try to counter. It seems like they want to play attacking football, and I think that's only gonna help. I think it's only gonna help PSG play the type of football that they want to play. If Inter Miami's whole game plan was just to sit as a low block for the entire game and then just hit them on the counter with Messi and Suarez, maybe there would have been a chance. Although maybe I might be proven wrong. Maybe that's what they'll do. It's just it doesn't seem like they play that type of football, But we shall see. We shall see. Joseph, big up to you in the building, who's in a channel legend member for 15 months. I appreciate you, brother. Who says, hi, Leo, I can't watch this game because I'm at my nans. I predict 2-1 PSG. Wow, so you think it's going to be a close game? You think it's going to be a close one, huh? Are you watching any other round? Yeah, Dominator, I think the latter rounds as well. Let's see. Let's see how this is. Hakimi, I'm Moroccan, so I like him. Bro, Hakimi's the best right back in the world. This past season, he proved he's the best right back in the world. There's no doubt about that. No, with the way that he played, going forward, coming back, everything, he's unbelievable. Go12 says, also congrats to Harvey getting player of the tournament, our star boy, absolutely. And I get what you're saying too. I'm going to be so disappointed if he does leave, but that's what he deserves. He deserves first team football. Also, Tyler De Bruyne, absolutely. Absolutely. We got Sarah from Finland. Nice to see you in the building. LFC fan 234 says, has been a community support member for 9 months. Big up, who says, hopefully Miami win. I don't want to hear CR7 fans. We will definitely be hearing CR7 fans. Harry, I literally have a video later reacting to Pogba returning to Monaco. I think it's a beautiful thing that he's back playing football because he's one of them players, I don't care who you support. Obviously, he's a former United player. When he was at his best, especially in the French national team with Matuidi and N'Golo Kante, in that World Cup, he was just such a joy to watch. At his peak, he was a real joy to watch, Getting delayed. Joseph, my thoughts on the Chelsea game getting delayed 2 hours last night. I'm so thankful that I didn't watch that game, is what it is. I'm so thankful I didn't watch that because, like I said, I've only watched one other Club World Cup game. I haven't been really paying attention to this Club World Cup. But from what I've heard, yeah, I haven't heard the best things, I gotta be honest. Obviously, the Brazilian teams have done unbelievable, so shout out to any Brazilians in the building. That's been special. But otherwise, like, I think some of the attendance, just a lot of different aspects of this tournament has been disappointing. Yo, Goal Rush, nice to see you in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah, there will be ball movement with the game too. We have about 1 minute till kickoff. Let's see if there's a delay or if this game actually kicks off at the time that it's supposed to kick off. Let's see. Because there's been a lot of delays in this tournament so far. So let's see what we get to. Let's go, Garvin. Nice to see you in the building. What's good? Leo, cover the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. You tell me if that works. You tell me if that works. How do you think the vibes will be when the team returns for training on July 7th? The vibes will be immaculate. They will be unbelievable with the new signings. And just, I think the belief everybody's going to have going into the new season, I think we're going to see unbelievable vibes right away. Dean B. Dean, thank you very much. Who's been a community support member for 4 months, says, I'm really curious, Messi or Ronaldo. For me, the greatest player I've watched in my lifetime is Messi without a shadow of a doubt. But that doesn't mean I don't respect Ronaldo a whole lot. I have a lot of respect, again, for the things he's achieved and the hard work he's put in. I have a lot of respect for that, you know, because not many footballers have been as consistent as he has. And not many footballers have gone toe-to-toe with Messi all those years, winning the Ballon d'Or and everything. Bro, what is this tactic from PSG? The game is just kicked off. Do you guys know why some teams do this? He literally, I think it was Vitinha who kicked the game off, and he just kicks it out for a goal kick right away. I don't understand that game plan. What's the point? What's the point? Joseph says, I can't wait for the 13th of July for preseason game. Oh, me too. And then Mamardashvili hasn't been announced either, exactly. And there could still be new signings between then. So, yeah, exciting times ahead. That's for sure, to say the least. We could be saying exciting times ahead. Absolutely. Guys, let me know if you're able to see the ball movement as well. Yo, Patrick, nice to see you in the building. I don't know what's going on with the usernames. I don't know, guys, what you guys are saying about the usernames. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. There we go. Now it's working. Let me move this in for you guys. Let me know if you're able to see the ball movement. That should be all good. Bro, I hope we get to see Messi moments of magic today. Bring back the nostalgia. Bring back the nostalgia. Do you think Liverpool will sign Marguehi? If so, I think if we sign him, it would be for any fee lower than 40 million. I don't see us paying more than 40 million pounds. No way. Yo, Thomas, nice to see you in the building. Do you see? I mean, obviously you would have seen, but shout out to Lille because they just signed Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud. I can't wait to see how Giroud gets on. Obviously, he's kind of old now, but I can't wait to see how he gets on at Lille next season. Because obviously, Jonathan David has left, so maybe there's a chance that Giroud, even with his age, could start for Lille, which would be pretty crazy at this time, you know? Oh, look at all that space for PSG. I'm telling you, it seems like Inter Miami. Oh, look, Jordi Alba is playing there too, bro. Watching this Miami team is just a major throwback to another era. How are they still around, these players? Even Luis Suarez, who I got a lot of love for because of what he did for Liverpool. Bro, you never know. Maybe, though. Like I said, if Miami do sit back and just try to counter, maybe they can get something out of this game. They just need to win a few free kicks and have a moment of brilliance for Messi because he still has that. I was going to ask you if you saw Giroud. It's a big signing. Big signing. Okay, my username is kind of fixed. Yeah, I don't know. It's so sad what happened to Lyon getting relative Ligue 2. I saw that, bro. But surely, maybe Lyon is going to be able to appeal it. Maybe. I think they have an opportunity to appeal it. You never know. Because for the Ligue 1 as well, for the league. Oh, God, Kvaratskhelia. Oh, my God, how's it not 1-0? Bro, they're Georgian. Or as we call him, Kvaradona. Bro, got through so many players. He's unbelievable. He's my biggest regret in recent years in terms of players that Liverpool didn't sign. When he was available from Napoli in January, David Ornstein said we were interested in him. He ended up going to PSG. Bro, big regret. Because he is a baller. Absolute baller. Look at how it didn't take him any time to adjust to this PSG side. And he nearly was the magician to make it 1-0 for PSG, but so far they look way more of a threat. He can barely run anymore, says Patrick about Suarez. Yeah. Kvara almost, bro. He is so good. And he was unselfish too in the end. He played the ball to Barcola. And then to be fair, it was a good save from the keeper. Good save from the keeper there. Yo, the 12 Reds. Nice to see you in the building. What's good? Yeah, now we understand why the fans in Naples, why the Napoli fans were saying we're calling him Maradona. Now we understand why, you know? Here we go, free kick. And it's going to be, I think, Vitinha or Hakimi. I think it's going to be Vitinha, probably. He crosses it towards the back post. Oh, 1-0. I think it's João Neves, guys, the youngster, the Portuguese wonder kid, who has been incredible since signing from Portugal. Makes it 1-0 already. Goodness, bro. It's not even 5 minutes in the game. And PSG are already 1-0 up. That was too easy. I wanted to see Miami put up some kind of a fight. But it's already 1-0. And it's João Neves and it's Vitinha who's back in the lineup. He got the assist from the free kick. Look at that. It was towards the back post, bro. That's too easy. That's way too easy. Come on, bro. To be fair, it was a beautiful cross from Vitinha. He's been one of, if not the best midfielder last season, all things considered. The things he did in the Champions League. I saw a kid in the park doing the Gyökeres celebration after he scored. He's going to get his big move this summer. It looks like he's definitely moving to the Premier League. You're calling it 6-0? Nah, I would not want 6-0. Big up, Elena. I'm doing well. How are you? Did you see Palmeiras won against Botafogo? Yes, I did see. I didn't watch the game, but I just saw the results. How much do teams get for winning the Club World Cup? I think the winning team gets 100 million. That's how the FIFA president was able or tried to get teams to be motivated about this new tournament. I really believe it just was about money. That's how he got everybody excited. Alan Dawson, you'll never walk alone. Nice to see you in the building. Bro, it's already 1-0. Bro. Do you guys believe that somehow Messi can get back in this game? Messi's Miami can get back in the game. What do you guys think? It's strange seeing Javier Mascherano, by the way, guys. Mascherano is the obviously the manager of Inter Miami, but it's strange seeing former Red in that position. Hydrate for Miami. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate for Miami to get the equalizer here. Do you think Liverpool get a left wing if Diaz leaves? I think we might get a versatile attacker because we already have Gakpo, who, if Lucho was to leave for Saudi, Gakpo would definitely be our starting out and out number left winger. So I think we could bring in a versatile attacker like Malik Fofana from Lyon. And then maybe we go big with the rest of the money on Isaac. But yeah, I think we probably won't go for just a traditional left winger because, like I said, we already have Gakpo, who really his best position by far is on the left wing, you know? Yo, David West, nice to see you in the building. What's good? Patrick, now they won't want to sell Maradona for any price, PSG, because obviously they're not a club that need to sell. But I have a feeling that Lucho will leave. The reason why I think Lucho will probably leave is because a reliable journalist actually said that Luis Diaz's camp aren't happy. So in the end, obviously Barca, 100% they're not going to be signing Lucho because they're going for Nico Williams from Athletic Bilbao or Athletic Club. And so Lucho I think 100% will leave. No, sorry, will either want a new contract because his contract just isn't great where he is right now, in the position that he's in right now. So he'll be pushing for Liverpool to offer him a new contract, or he'll want to leave, I think, because he'll say, look, I'm an important member of the team. How are you not willing to offer me a new contract? If that's kind of what he's saying, I 100% understand it, you know? So I think we're in that predicament this summer, even though he has 2 years left. If we want a happy Lucho on the pitch, we either offer him a new contract and a big pay increase, or we let him go to Saudi this summer. I think it's either or. Obviously, before we thought maybe Barca, but now that's 100% out of the window. So as much as, again, Slot might like Lucho, as much as we might like Lucho, we know that Richard Hughes, Edwards, FSG, they will be ruthless in how they do things. And if they don't think he's worth a big pay increase, which is what he'll be asking for, and rightfully so, then I think he will move on this summer, you know? Because we probably won't also want him to be unhappy at the club, or him having just 1 year left on his deal next summer, you know? So that's something we shall see. But yeah, Patrick, I don't know. Let me see. You're saying about future streams. Right now, none planned so far. Potentially on Tuesday for Real Madrid Juve, but I would let you guys know. Al-Nassr want Diaz, so I think we should accept it and get lots of money and then play Verts left wing. Nah, I don't want to play Verts left wing. Bro, it's like everybody forgot about Cody Gakpo. Nah, I think we should play Verts in his best position. When you sign a player of that caliber, he's got to be played in his best position. And that's in the 10 role. Freedom to roam as the highest attacking midfielder. That's where he should play, not on the left wing. Really not on the left wing. And everybody who knows him well as a player says, not that you're wasting him on the left wing because he's such a good player where no matter where you play him, he'll be a difference maker, but you're not getting the very best out of him. And again, when you spend that kind of money, for me, you have to do everything you can to get the very best out of a player of that ability, you know? Dean Hayes, I'm doing well. How are you? How much would I sell Diaz for? £75 million minimum. Because, again, the price to bring in a top attacker in his place, we would need that kind of money. And that's the only way I think we should let it happen. That's it. Yo, Manus, nice to see you. Who says it's the best team in the world right now versus ex-Barca legends? Let's see if Miami and Messi can put up a fight after that early goal. Come on, Miami, put up a fight. If we sell Lucho, we buy Rodrigo so he can rotate with Gakpo on the left wing. Thing is, whatever team Rodrigo signs for this summer, I don't think he has to be guaranteed being one of the stars of the team. Because one of the things he's tired with Real Madrid, apparently, I think the only way he'd leave Real Madrid, because he is a starter right now at Real Madrid, pretty much, is if he was offered to be one of the stars of the team. And if you're telling him he's just going to have to rotate with Cody Gakpo, I don't think he's going to want that. At Arsenal, for example, he would be one of the star men if he signed there. So I think we'd have to offer a more exciting package for him than just saying, oh, you'll compete on the left wing with Cody. That's not enticing enough. Shh. LFC Kid, nice to see you in the building. Player for an edit, Harvey Elliott, because he just got player of the tournament. I'm off work, mate. Infection in my big toe, very painful. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you taking then painkillers or are you taking antibiotics? Damn, apparently there's lots of air conditioning in the stadium, so it's not that hot right now in Atlanta, where the game is being played. Do you see us getting a new left winger if we sell Lucho? ZB? I was just mentioning it before. I think we sign a versatile attacker. We don't sign an out-and-out left winger because we already have that in Cody Gakpo. So I think we go more for a versatile profile who can also help maybe during the time when Salah's off from AFCON. And then we use the rest of that money to go big on Alexander Isak potentially. EC, I do think you can play for Liverpool in the future. The only way you can play for Liverpool in the future is if you believe you can. I don't know how old you are, but if you already don't believe you can do it, then you definitely have no chance. Imagine that Salah Verts link up. I'm excited. Do you think Messi would celebrate if he scored? Definitely. Maybe not against Barca. Oh, PSG scored, but it's offside. It was Fabian Ruiz towards the back post. Good. Otherwise, that probably would have been the game dead and buried already. That's not what we would not have wanted to see that. Imagine. After just 14 minutes. Thank you, Vera. I appreciate you. PSG, give Miami a chance, please, bro. Yeah, right now they're not giving a chance. Look, even after Leo, you should try streaming Palmeiras versus Chelsea, but if you can't stream, okay, Elena, I'll see. This is, bro. The problem is right now I already don't see how Miami can get back in this game. It's gonna be a corner for PSG. That was your teacher? No way. Ronan Doherty says the video you made on YouTube about the teacher, well, that was my teacher. That's unreal. He must be loved by the students to have that kind of reception. My opinion on the Club World Cup, I don't like it. The players need their rest, bro. Let them rest. Yeah, that's what Klopp said, to be fair. Joseph, it's impossible to know just yet. It all depends on who we sign. Let's say, Joseph, for example, we sign Malik Fofana from Lyon this summer, which I think I could see us do. If, for example, Lucho leaves or Chiesa, then I think a Malik Fofana could play on the right wing while Salah is away. So I think we'll be better equipped to answer that question after the transfer window. But right now, it's still early. He was a very big fan. Love that. It's still early. Do you see Liverpool signing any Americans in the future? Not in this near future, because I don't see any Americans right now that are good enough to play for Liverpool. I know, Garvid, this is going to be the greatest window in my lifetime of being a Liverpool fan. Greatest window. I think it'll go down as that. It looks like Inter Miami are going to be forced to make an early change in the 18th minute. Do you think City pool era is back? Yes. I think City will be back strong next season. They'll be back at it. If they can keep Erling Haaland fit and Rodri fit, I think City will raise it. And the players are going to be desperate to prove all the haters wrong now, so they're going to have that fire in their belly again, which I think is so important when you won so much before. They were always going to have a drop off at some point, but let's see. Bro, we just want Messi to have one chance is all we're asking for. Oh God, it's going to be a yellow card here. Yes, Joseph, we can do football bingo at halftime. Do you think Liverpool win the Champions League if Isaac is on the team? We'll have to see. Champions League, you can never predict it. Nobody would have said PSG was going to win it before this season started because PSG had never won the Champions League before. So it's so hard to predict. But would it give us a good chance? Definitely. Definitely it would. Would Pulisic have fit in Klopp's tactics? Potentially, but he had too many injury issues. I would have preferred to go for a player like Heung-min Son to play under Klopp. 100%. Yeah, Joseph, I reposted that. I posted that video on Instagram today. Oh God, Hakimi came close. It's gonna be a corner now. God, guys. Exactly, Joseph. I'd rather win the Champions League too. If you gave me either or, 100% I would be saying that. Especially like watching the latter rounds of the Champions League last season, it made me so sad that Liverpool wasn't part of it because there were so many great games, especially in the semifinals. I wish we'd been there. Oh God, PSG. Bro, Miami have to find a way to stay in this game because if it becomes 2-0, oh, it'll be difficult. God, it'll be difficult to come back from that. Yo, Arsenal fan is in the building. What's good? Vitinha is crazy. Yeah, I agree, bro. He's special. Look, so far, you guys, Inter Miami haven't had a single shot. I'm not even talking like on target, off target, just zero. If you look at they've had zero unexpected goals too. Zero unexpected goals, zero big chances, zero corners. This has been one of the most one-sided games I've ever seen. Oh God, Hakimi wins it back. EC, that's what you gotta do. The players that make it to the very top, their work rates are different level and mentality. You have to. Do I think Vitinha has a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or this year? Honestly, it depends how much they count this Club World Cup. Let's say PSG wins this Club World Cup and Vitinha ends up being a very good player. Who knows? Maybe. Because Dembele hasn't been playing so far. He is on the bench though here. But I think it's probably unlikely. If a PSG player... Oh God, Kvaratskhelia came so close to make it 2-0. Inter Miami, this is bad. Go12 says, can't PSG play some youngsters to make it fun? Bro, I know. Oh God, bro. Inter Miami can't keep it for like a second. Do you see this? This is bad. Bro, this is really bad. Bro, I did not think it was going to be... I knew, obviously, PSG are the far superior side. But for Inter Miami to not be able to do a single thing is a bit of a shock, I will say. Oh, let's see. Maybe here on the counter. Let's have a look. On the counter. Suarez has it. Suarez plays it on the left-hand side. Maybe they could do something here. Guys, this could be it here. Oh god. I mean, there's gonna be a throw-in and kind of a dangerous. Joseph, now we're far away because a lot of members will be members for 1 month, and then that membership expires. So now we're like very many away. I don't know what the exact number is, but I think it's like 50 or 60 away in this moment in time. I'm Swedish and we must go for Isaac Frankie. Yes, I think all of us want Isaac or Alvarez. Oh god. Bro, they cannot defend Kvaratskhelia. Bro, they cannot defend him. Either he goes through or PSG get a free kick in a dangerous position. And by the way, the position Vitinha's taking it from right now is very close to the opener they scored with João Neves towards the back post. Very similar position. Messi is made for these big games, but bro, at the same time, if they can't get into dangerous areas with him going forward, then they can't utilize him. You know what I mean? Yeah, because Joseph, when some people gifted memberships, a lot of people that got gifted memberships didn't renew them. You know what I mean? So they're memberships that were only valid for a month, if that makes sense. So they don't count after it expires. Arsenal fan says, I want Gyökeres, but Arteta won't sign him. Because Arteta wants Benjamin Sesko, right? That's why, right? Oh, there could be a counterattack here. Well defended there. João Neves, very well defended there by João Neves. Big up LFC fan 234, I appreciate you. Arteta will not sign a striker, of course he will, bro. Imagine the scenes from the fans if they don't sign a striker. That I can guarantee you they will sign a striker. That's an absolute guarantee. Trust. Bro, Quaradona. Oh my god, the keeper comes out again. Bro, they cannot defend Kvaratskhelia on the left-hand side. He just has to go 1v1 every time, and he beats his man. Look at this. It's way too easy for him. It's just too easy. This is not his level. Do I think Liverpool will sell Harvey? Yes. And the main reason why I think Liverpool will sell Harvey is because he's not going to be happy to get the kind of minutes that he got last season. And I don't see how this season it's going to change, especially with Verts coming in. So I think it's more so going to be him saying, I can't continue like this. I have to get regular minutes, and Liverpool will be forced to sell him. Oh God, look at the pressing from PSG. And Miami can't hold on to it whatsoever. Big up GRK from Cyprus. You'll never walk alone. It's 1-0 right now for PSG. Oh, that's beautiful for Mendes. Bro, look at the energy and the pressing from PSG. João Neves scored. The Portuguese wonder kid scored to score the opener, and Vitinha got the assist from a free kick. It really has felt so one-sided though so far. Yo, Reflex Expert, nice to see you in the building. What's good? Happy birthday to Uzi in the building. Leo, would you rather have Liverpool get relegated? I'd rather win the quadruple than get relegated. I'm not sure what your question is about. I'm not sure what your question is about there. I don't think I quite understood it. Yeah, bro, but we need Messi to at least have one free kick. The problem is, with the way Miami's playing, I don't see them getting in any of those dangerous positions. So I don't think we're going to be able to see any of Messi's magic with this team that's playing. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Yeah, Jeremy Frimpong used to play for Celtic. Used to. Bro, Vitinha is a ball. Guys, would you say, based off of this season, you would give Best Midfielder in the World award to Vitinha since they won the Champions League? Or do you think you'd give it to someone like Pedri? Oh my god, goal line clearance. From Jordi Alba, I think. Oh no, it wouldn't have counted. Damn. Damn. I think it's close this season. If you had to say just off of this season, between Vitinha and Pedri as the two best midfielders in the world. Two best in the world. Favorite Liverpool player ever? Stevie G. My boy Stevie G. Arsenal fan says Declan Rice is the best midfielder. I think top two this season, Pedri, Vitinha. Those two. Heath Ground, unfortunately, I don't see a world where PSG don't win this, just having seen what we've seen so far. I don't see. Gavi is good, bro. He just, the problem is Barca's midfield right now is so good that he doesn't get a starting position week in, week out. You know what I mean? Wait, let me check what their midfield three was in the game against Inter in that Champions League semi-final. Let's have a look. In the second leg, the midfield three of Barca was Pedri, De Jong, and Dani Olmo. So they play with those two holding midfielders, Pedri and Frankie De Jong. That's how they set it up. Yeah. It's, although Dean, I didn't post it on Liverpool Goals, any of those sources, because for me there's no real reliable source. It was the Mirror, I believe, that most recently said it, that truly said that it's that close. You know what I mean? So bro, still not one. I think it's the same as before. Look at this. Guys, have a look. 0 XG still for Inter Miami. 37 minutes in. Look. 0 of everything. The only numbers I see them in the top stats are fouls committed and they've been offside once. That's it. Inter Miami. Bro. I have a feeling, though, that Lyon is going to end up not being relegated to League 2. Why? Because I don't think it's good for the league for such a big team as well. Ligue 1 is already having a lot of problems with its popularity and everything. So I doubt that they would let that the authorities or whoever's in charge that they Miami give it up in a dangerous position. It's going to be a top end for Joao Neves. 2-0. 2-0. Goodness, this is probably game over, you guys. This is probably game over. I've never seen such a one-sided game. I know the Champions League final ended 5-0, but here it feels like there's just no chance for Inter Miami to even have a single shot on target this game, and it's already 2-0, and it probably should be more, given how it's only been PSG, and look, they just gave them that goal. What is that from the central defender? To be fair, it was good pressing from Fabian Ruiz, by the way, who ended up getting the assist too, but he put it on a plate for Joao Neves. He's the one that won it back to. Look, Barcola played it to him. And then Ruiz to the middle. And it's a tap-in for Joao Neves. 2 goals. 2 goals for the Portuguese wonder kid. GG's. GG's. Yeah. 39th minute, and it's already 2-0. Portugal will cook. Yeah, I mean, Portugal's team is insane when you look at the talent there. It is insane. Jerry Frimmers, I'm really excited to see this. I have a feeling Paul Pogba can do well because that ability that he has, that never leaves you, no matter how much time away from football you have. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited to see how Pogba does in a competitive league as well, in Ligue 1. You know what I mean? Monaco is a good team that play in the Champions League and everything, you know, and he'll be there with Ansu Fati and everything. So I'll be real curious to see how he does. PSG is the best team in the world at the moment, absolutely. We should have known how one-sided this would have been. We should have known. Yo, Ronnie Prime, what's good? Oh, look at that pace from Nuno Mendes, bro. How many times have Inter Miami fouled on that right-hand side? How many times, bro? Jeez. Bro, he's also... I really think that fullback pairing, that's what's got me so excited for next season and the transformation that we'll see under Arne Slot. That PSG fullback pairing, I think, is the best in the world without a shadow of a doubt. You know, Mendes and Hakimi. Look at the pace and power that they bring going forward, especially. I think Slot will have a few ideas in terms of how he can utilize Frimpong and Kirkez, because they definitely have a lot of quality going forward, both of them. A lot of quality. So that's something he's going to want to utilize. There's no doubt about that. It's 2-0 right now. Joao Neves with both goals. Both goals. This is definitely more one-sided than the Inter Milan. Definitely. Oh, 3-0. Bro, it's just midfielders that are scoring. That's Fabian Ruiz, or is it an own goal? I think it's Fabian Ruiz that just made it 3-0, but this is the most one-sided game I've watched. Jeez, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I don't think this is really a game that we're watching here. Like, now they can really treat this like a training session. Yeah, the goal will be given to Fabian Ruiz. Desiré Doué with the assist. So 3 midfielders score to make it 3-0. Even with all the attacking quality. Oh no, it might be given as an own goal. I'm not exactly sure. It could end up being given as an own goal because it comes off the Inter Miami defender in the end. I think it will be given as an own goal. But this, guys, we might not even watch till the end, I gotta be honest, because I'm going to be having dinner eventually. So we might not watch this till the end. Now I know why I haven't been watching the Club World Cup. Now I know why. Yeah, that's going to be own goal, 100%. 3-0. GG's. GG's. Yeah, Johannes with 2 goals. Actually, let's see what they'll. It looked like an own goal clearly. You know what I mean? But let's see. Let's see who they'll end up giving it to. Own goal. Yeah, that makes sense. When you look at the replay, it's clearly an own goal. 100%. Oh God, Garvin says at least Miami scored. It was an own goal, but still, they'll take it. You mean the miracle of Atlanta? Yo, Eddie, Adi, 80. Nice to see you in the building. How are you? We're watching the PSG Inter Miami game, but it's bad. It's Inter Miami haven't had a single shot on target. No, sorry, a single shot, nothing. No corner, no nothing. Just 0 in all the stats. Sending much love to you, brother. But yeah, this has been the most one-sided game I think we've ever watched together. The most one-sided game. 2 against Messi, indeed. On that beautiful night at Anfield. Beautiful night at Anfield. Historical night at Anfield. Oh, is it going to be 4-0? Oh, they hit the crossbar. 4-0. Hakimi, guys. Hakimi. 4-0. Jeez, bro. This PSG team. This PSG team are absolutely destroying Inter Miami. This is not a game of football that we're watching here, you guys. This is not a game of football that we're watching. It could be 10-0. Like, it just looks like it's a training ground exercise. Training ground exercise. And Inter Miami never have the ball for a second. This is so bad. He got it on the rebound. It was Hakimi that initially hit the crossbar, and then he got the rebound. Jeez. Yeah, animations, I agree with you, honestly. No, for me it's not even like I was ready for a surprise anything. I was hoping for some moments of brilliance from Messi. That's it. Because of how much joy he's shown over the years, but this is not a football game. Guys, let's be honest. This is a training ground exercise. We got to call it how it is. We got to call it how it is. Jeez. All right, let me send the football bingo link for those of you that want to play. Hold on. Big up footy, Logan. Thank you for the support. There we are, you guys. I just sent the link. For those of you that want to play. Wait for a second half Messi. You think Messi can score 4 goals in the second half? What are you expecting? What are you expecting from him? But genuinely, it doesn't look like PSG are playing against someone their own age or anything like that. Like it looks as if it's like the academy kids coming to the senior team like training ground, and they're pulling up and they're like, "Oh, we want to learn from you," but they're ruthless in how they do things, and they're not holding back. That's how it feels. That it's not like the same age groups. Oh, I got my tennis ball here. I'm gonna do my exercises. It says the room doesn't exist. Let me check what you guys are saying. Oh, let me resend it. I don't know why that was bugging then. I'm sending new link. Hold on. Might as well have invited the Argentinian B team if they wanted Messi in this tournament that bad. I know, right? Honestly. And the Argentinian B team probably would be good if you just take some of the best talents from Argentina, young talent with energy. Yeah. No, Devin, I can understand what you're saying. The only thing I would say is the reason why I am not a fan of this Club World Cup, and I understand what you're saying about teams like Botafogo, Auckland City, teams that maybe don't get this limelight, for them to be able to get that exposure, yes, is great. But for me personally, I feel like sometimes you do need a little bit of a break from football, because if it's just constant, every few days there's always a game, then at what point do you just like take a break? A little bit of a break. I'm not saying like a major break, because we all love football, but anything that you just have too much of, and this is for me just in general in life, I don't care how much I love a thing, to have it constantly all the time, for me that takes the magic away. And I think that's the problem with tournaments like these, where it's like the only filler gap we find in the schedule. Like for example, next summer the players won't get a rest either because there's the World Cup, obviously. It's like has to be filled with something because there's an opportunity to be made with money, you know? And that's the part that I don't like. And like I told you, this is only the second game I've watched, and it does not make me regret that I missed any of the games. I know you'll say this isn't the best one for sure. I understand that. But for me, it's more that. That's more of the problem, you know? Yeah, Sunday LFC, me too. Messi is definitely not a one-man army. Because look, even Suarez, who's one of the great legends, wasn't able to do anything in that first half because it was just complete domination. That's it. All right, I'm gonna get the bingo game started. I see there's 20 of you guys in the building already. Starts in 10 seconds. Yeah, the link doesn't work now because the game's already started. The bingo game has already started. Big up Tomas says, I'm totally with you, Leo. The World Cup and Euros would lose their magic without that one summer where you're just impatient for the next. Absolutely. And like Klopp said, like he got a lot of criticism for this, but I can literally read you guys the quote. I completely agree with what he said, and he obviously knows what it's like to manage these players that are in every competition. Because when he was the manager of Liverpool, the players were in every competition, and they were all important players for their national teams as well. He said, this is when he was speaking to media in Germany. He says, quote, in the end, it's all about the game and not the surrounding aspects. And that's why the Club World Cup is the worst idea ever implemented in football in this regard. People who have never had anything to do with day-to-day business or who no longer have anything to do with it come up with something. Last year, we had the Copa America and European Championships. This year, the Club World Cup. Next year, the World Cup. This means no real recovery for the players who are there, neither physically or mentally. An NBA player who also earns a big salary has a 4-month break every year. This is what Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk got in his entire career so far. But I even think from the fitness aspect and the mental aspect, we don't quite know because we're not there behind the scenes like Jurgen would have been with the players. But for me, it's even like genuinely from the fan aspect of, again, being fed games all the time. Like I just, at some point I do think you just want a break. Like anything in life, it's so good then to feel refreshed and be excited for new beginnings. But for me, like, it's all felt so forced. And many people say, oh, it's just because it's the beginning. You'll see the next Club World Cup will be incredible, this and that. But I don't know. For me, like, I've had no buzz about this, about this tournament. Even though, like you guys were mentioning, I agree the best part are the nations and the clubs that don't usually get that global recognition, getting that, especially the Brazilian teams who have done an outstanding job. I agree. That's great. But I'm talking about overall, that aside, Just come back and it's 4-0, says Joseph. Yeah. Yeah, but apparently the problem, Tomas says, absolutely agree. I would 100% support a union of players striking against this. The problem is apparently that, from what I've read, even the agents of the players want this Club World Cup because they're earning a lot of money off of this too, because they'll have bonuses related to this Club World Cup. So the problem is the entourage of some of the players probably are for this kind of tournament because of the money. It all goes back to money. Like if the FIFA president hadn't made it 100 million to win this tournament, and I don't know how many million to get through every round, then I don't think teams would have really cared. But because, especially now that financial fair play, and this actually I do like about football now, like for example in the Premier League, the PSR rules are super strict, and I love that because you saw how Newcastle got bought by pretty much the richest owners in the world. They are having to be super careful about their spending. And it means that now there is actual accountability, unlike 10 years ago, at least in the English side of the game, which is what I know. But again, that means tournaments like these will mean even more for them because it means it helps them balance the books for PSR. So the problem is I do think actually the clubs will like this tournament just because, again, there's a lot of money. Because there's a lot of money, it helps them balance the books. That's it, and it's just like it's a cycle like that. That's all dominated by money, But at the same time, what am I to complain? If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be some negative person. It's only just because we're specifically watching this right now. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, I haven't been watching the Club World Cup, so like for those people that do enjoy it, then it's good. At the same time, you know what I mean. And those that don't enjoy it don't have to watch it. So in the end, it's just that little concern about player welfare, but maybe given the money that's involved, maybe it is worth that sacrifice. You know what I mean? Maybe it is worth that sacrifice. Because it definitely, on that side of things, it's worth a lot more to clubs now than, for example, a domestic cup, like the Coupe de la France in France, or the FA Cup in England, or the Carabao Cup. I think if you win the Carabao Cup in England, you get something like 2 million, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like this Club World Cup is 50 times that, So it puts into perspective, you know. Tomas says, I think it's fair to voice negativity for this. The abuse on the player's schedule cost us not seeing Rodri a near full season. And it's true, before that Rodri injury, he said that the players are being overplayed, this and that. So, yeah, it's too much. Yo, Charlotte, nice to see you in the building. Who says, hey, bud, I've missed the last streams as it was my birthday last week. I'm 26 and you'll be too soon. Don't worry, 26 isn't too bad. Wow, we really are close in age then. We really are close in age. Wow, wow, wow. But happy birthday to you, Charlotte, then, because obviously I wouldn't have seen you since then. I'm going to be 26 like you tomorrow. So big up, Charlotte. Nice to see you in the building. Unfortunately, it looks like the second half, there's not going to be much in it because it's already, 4-0. But yeah, Toma, yeah, the 100%. 100%. But I feel like maybe I meant more so from the viewpoint of fans watching. To be fair, this tournament has been free to watch. I know it's because they're collecting our emails and all that, but DAZN has made it free, you know? So, with publicity, obviously. But yeah, as fans, we do obviously have the choice whether we want to watch it or not. It's just, like I was saying, I do think when you have too much of anything, it's even like with food. For example, like, I'm obsessed with peaches. It's one of my favorite fruits. Now they're in season, so I'm hyped and I want to eat peaches every single day. But I also can't push it too much. If I have a peach every single day, it's going to feel less special, you know? So I think it's similar where it's like you keep advertising these games and we watch more and more and more and more and more and more games. They will feel less special, just like anything in life, you know? Tomas says, birthday stream tomorrow. Get them donations. Birthday stream. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate you. That means I was literally born just a few days away from you, Charlotte. Just a few days away. Let's see if any of you guys got bingos. Nope. No one even got one wrong. 3 of you guys got 2 wrong. Yeah, I think it's going to kick back. The players are coming back onto the pitch right now. Big up, Charlotte. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Who says the thing is they need the players to also accept wage caps if players want less matches. Also, happy birthday for tomorrow. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But salary caps. That's an interesting one. You're exactly 10 years younger than me. You're on June 20th. Love it. That's so close. But yeah, I don't know how salary caps would work. You know, cause obviously they have that in the US, but it's such a different system, I feel. All right, let's get the timer ready. Let's get the timer ready. Imagine the odds right now for anyone saying that Inter Miami are going to come back in the second half. The odds must be the craziest. Here we go, guys. Second half is officially kicked off. Yeah, I think soon we're going to get a Mamadashvili. Similar. Very soon, I think we're going to get the Mamadashvili announcement. Because he hasn't done his interviews or anything like that with the club yet. That's going to happen. Funny how we celebrate birthdays. We were only born on one day in every year. Yeah, we celebrate a day. Bro, if Inter Miami come back, a crazy Messi fan is going to be very, very wealthy that would have put a bet on a deluded Messi fan thinking that it's possible to come back in this one. Or I guess not deluded if it ends up happening. Thank you, Elena. I appreciate you. I'm going to be turning 26 tomorrow. Time is passing by too fast. Way too fast. It's scary. Look, when PSG have the ball in the defensive areas, there's zero pressing from Inter Miami. They're just like they just don't have the legs, bro. They don't have the legs and they can't even keep the ball. So how are they supposed to do anything? How are they supposed to do anything, bro? This is one of the rare games. I'm a believer that in football anything is possible. I will say in this one, I think there's a 0% chance, that Inter Miami come back from this one. I gotta be honest. I'm sorry. Imagine I jinxed it. Thank you, Epic Gamer. I appreciate you. Oh, goodness. Chance for Luis Suarez. He's fuming right now. Suarez is fuming. Oh, goodness. I can't wait. Sunderland-Newcastle rivalry again. Those will be great games to watch. I agree. Oh, goodness. I'm so excited for the Premier League to kick off again. And to see Sunderland, for the Sunderland fan in the building, I'm so excited for you to be back in the Premier League. I think it's only right. Sunderland is such a big football club. They have to be in the Premier League. So I really, really hope that you're able to stay up. Are you confident that you can stay up, or are you feeling stressed? No chance to stay up. Favorite type of cake? I actually don't really like cake. I'm not really into sweet things. But what I love are tarts. Like for example, like I said, I love it's peach season right now. Like a peach tart, that for me sounds like the dream. That's not too sweet. That's like my dream dessert. But I'm more focused on the meal, like chicken with vegetables. That's my dream, and that's what I'm gonna have for my birthday tomorrow. So that's heaven on earth. Sunny, I know it's 4-0. It's crazy, 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 crazy. I mean, not crazy. It's not that surprising, but more so like that the game's over. Oh, Messi tried. Oh, no. The ref has got to award them a few pence to make this interesting, please. Please. I've been bamboozled by YouTube. MBG, thank you very much. I think I'm just gonna be celebrating it with family. That's my favorite thing, with family. So I'm really, really feeling blessed about that, you know. Anytime I can be with family, because I've been far away from family, so I know how you can't ever take family for granted, you know. So it's gonna be special for us, all of us, to be together. Both of my sisters will be there, and it's rare that we're actually all three of us together. Charlotte says, for me, I like chocolate cake for my birthday with ice cream, but every other day it's too sweet for me. That sounds so good, to be fair. Chocolate cake. I love dark chocolate. That's probably my favorite. Prune tart is also nice, especially with prunes from the Lot-et-Garonne. Ooh, look at you. Fancy dancy. Treble for Arsenal next season? Imagine. Kai Havertz to get 40 goals in all comps for Arsenal next season. The GOAT not showing up, bro. Sonny, it's not been about Messi this game. None of the Miami team is like anywhere near the levels of this PSG team. So it's not even like he's had opportunities on the ball, really, because they just don't ever have the ball. So we know Messi, where he's dangerous is in the final third. You know what I mean? That's where he's most dangerous. Dean Hayes, thank you very much for the super chat, who says happy birthday and get yourself a drink on me. I appreciate you, Dean Hayes, and I will be getting a drink because it's freaking 50 degrees. No, it's not actually 50 degrees, but it's so hot here in France that like you're constantly just kind of sweaty, you know? So having a beer at the end of the day like that, like for aperitif, is one of the nicest things, you know, just like at a cafe or something. I rarely do that, to be fair, but it sounds so nice, and maybe that's something I gotta do tomorrow. Thank you, Go 12. Oh, nah, that's too easy. That's way too easy, bro. Big up veggies. You celebrated yours yesterday? Was it really yesterday? Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate you. I'm a decade younger than you. God damn, that makes me feel old. Oh, God. Charlotte says, okay, I'm off to yoga. I've lost 5 kilos recently from yoga. Yo, don't sleep on it. The best summer exercise. See everyone in the building next match. Damn, I want to do that. Yoga, too, is something I usually always do. Intense sports, like intense running, sprints, or football. But I've been told that yoga is really good for the body. So honestly, I want to start doing yoga. I want to start. this year to do yoga. Enjoy it, Charlotte. See you very soon. Yeah, I think Man City are going to be back in the title race next season because players like Rodri returning. It looks like Phil Foden could get back to his best self. We know how good he is when he's at his best. Yeah, I think City will be a force again next season. I think they will. Damn, Sonny. Honestly, that's where YouTube Premium is so worth it, and now I don't think I could ever go back. I think I tested it like a year ago, and it's so hard to go back after. Definitely, Sonny. I was gonna say I definitely think it is, but only obviously if you consistently watch YouTube. But clearly, you're someone that consistently watches YouTube. You know what I mean? Then I think it's worth it, and you'll see after that you can't imagine a world of going back. You really can't. Ooh, do it with a shot from distance, but it's straight at the keeper. Mm. Oh, oh, Barcola with a chance in the box. By the way, you guys were asking, DNBC said, sorry I left, but I see PSG cooked. Yeah, indeed. It's only PSG. And yeah, I'm watching on DAZN. Being born in 2008 is not old. Definitely not. By the way, yeah, so you guys were asking about Mark Gahey. This was the latest update from Ben Jacobs, who said Liverpool will only advance their interest in Mark Gahey if Crystal Palace's asking price drops. Liverpool have no plans to pay between 45 to 50 million pounds. The price would need to be well south of this bracket. Liverpool are still assessing whether Gahey is a genuine market opportunity. Palace are open to the sale, but it all depends on what that price will be. So I think, yeah, the only way I see us going for it, because he has only 1 year left, is if they're willing to sell for a price of around 30 to 35 million pounds. I don't think we'll want to pay any more than that given his situation. So let's see what kind of pressure he puts on the club. Let's see maybe how Crystal Palace becomes more open to the sale just because they won't want to lose him on a free. And yeah, it's one to look out for. I think it also depends if Gahey starts to really force the move in terms of telling Palace that he'll be very unhappy if they don't grant him that move. So we shall see what ends up happening. I think it's also dependent on the Ibu Konate contract extension. So there's probably a lot of different parts at play here, you know? Suarez in the box. Bro, all the players are on Messi. That makes it impossible for him to do anything. Of course that makes it impossible for him to do anything. Oh, Ousmane Dembele is making his return, guys. He was out with injury. He's coming on for the player that scored 2 goals, Joao Neves. Ousmane Dembele, guys. If PSG win this Club World Cup and Dembele comes up big in the last few games of the knockout stages, I could see that helping him in the Ballon d'Or race. I could see it. Damn, apparently Messi only had 14 touches in the first half. That's got to be a record. Record low. You share a birthday with Virgil? Damn. But guys, I think we might end this live before the end of the game because I'm going to have to go soon. Some of my family's here. And unfortunately, it is already game over in this game. But I think, yeah, at 6:30 p.m. UK time. So in about 6 minutes, I'm going to have to go, you guys. Thank you, Bloco. I appreciate you. Because a lot of my family's here, like my cousin and my aunt, who I don't often see. Thank you, bruh, Arsenal fan. I appreciate you. Bradley, I'll have to see. I'm not sure exactly when I will stream again, but I will draft it so you guys know, so it's announced that way. Thank you guys for your birthday messages. I appreciate y'all very, very much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Garvit. Thank you, Garvit. Thank you, Olivia. Nice to see you in the building, Olivia Evans. I appreciate your message. Thank you, Troll FC. Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't get to choose what they are. YouTubers are the ones that choose. Yeah, guys. Guys, this is going to be the end of the stream. I appreciate all of your messages. Thank you, guys. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 5-0. Thank you. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your night. Unfortunately, this game did not live up to maybe. I know it wasn't realistic. We knew PSG was the far superior side, but I think it's even more intense than maybe we expected, you know. But big up to all of you. Thank you, guys. And I will see you very, very soon. Once I know for the next live, I'll draft it. If not, it will probably be a spontaneous one, you know, with things coming up. But yeah, guys, have a beautiful early start to your week too.